Hello and welcome to finals day at the Yonex Open Chinese Taipei Championship 2014. A tournament part of the Badminton World Federation Grand Prix Gold Series, a tier just below Super Series levels. We're in the heart of Taipei City, Taiwan, in the very impressive and huge Taipei Arena, seating 15,000 people. A tournament dating back to the 1970s and being a permanent fixture on the international badminton circuit since 1997. A tournament having a total prize money fund of $200,000 US. And here we got the Grand Prix Gold calendar, this being the number 7 tournament out of a total of 10 tournaments this year, and it all started in Lucknow, India in January. And have we got an exciting lineup for you this afternoon, starting off with mixed doubles. A battle of the juniors coming through in this event. Alfian Prasetya and Nisa Saufika of Indonesia against Liu Yushen and Yu Xiaohan of China. This followed by the women's singles defending champion Sung Ji-hyun of Korea up against number 6 seed Liu Xin of China. This followed by the women's doubles, the world champions from 2011 and 2013, Wang Xiaoli and Yu Yang of China against Gracia Poli and Nietzsche Maheswari of Indonesia. This followed by the men's singles, the mighty Lin Dan on his comeback to international badminton against number 2 seed Wang Xiangming of China. Finally, we have the men's doubles, where the world junior champions from 2013, Li Junhui and Liu Yushen of China, up against the experienced Indonesian pair Andre Adistia and Hendra Gunawan. And here we have the draw for the mixed doubles, the quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals. And as you can see, Prasetya and Saufika, they came through pretty easy in the semi-finals against Chan and Si of Hong Kong, winning 21-13, 21-16. On the other hand, it was a mighty clash yesterday in the semi-final for the young Chinese pair against Marquis Kido and Pia Bernadette of Indonesia, where it went the full distance, 21-17, 19-21, and then the final and deciding game was 22-20. And here we have the confirmation of the two pairs, Prasetya and Saufika of Indonesia, Li Yushen and Yu Xiaohan of China. And as you can see, this young Indonesian pair, not seeded, they're having a world ranking as number 79 in the world, and that's actually the best ranking so far. Prasetya is a mixed double specialist. Obviously, he's just still a very young player, but he won the World Junior Championships in 2011 mixed doubles, and he came runners-up, got silver the following year in 2012. The same goes for their opponents from China, also two very young players, and have done very well on World Junior levels. And here we have the umpire from Chinese Taipei and the service judge from Germany, Hans-Joachim Ontuk. pressure here from Prasidya. Good smash down the line, putting Li Yushen under severe pressure. First the cross-court smash, and now the straight one. Good pressure here to the backhand side. Perfect play. That was a close call, but it was wide, well left. The two Chinese players here, Li Yushen is only 18 years old and is actually playing 2 finals today. He's in the men's doubles final as well in the last match of the day. Very impressive, and his partner will turn 20 in September, meaning she's also only 19 years old. No doubt their best result so far to date is the match yesterday when they beat world-ranked number 9 pair from Indonesia, Marquis Kido and Pia Bernadette. That was a classic match, really well fought, and by far their best result to date. So one of the reasons why this young Chinese pair is only ranked 146 in the world is because they only have 2 results counting towards their world ranking at the moment, and that they played the Malaysian Grand Prix Gold and the Indian Grand Prix Gold in January this year. So it's a good run of points here for the Chinese pair. Having secured a lead of 8-5 in this opening game of the first match of this afternoon. That's good pressure by Li Yushen. Good follow-up. Seems to be a very cool, calm, collected player. Well, we saw him yesterday against a vast experienced Indonesian pair. He was so cool when it came to the crunch time at the end of that third game. And being 20-18 down, they saved 2 match points and went on to win it 22-20. So 9-5 up. And you have probably already noticed that Yu Xiaohan is having this squeal of delight, and she's a very feisty player. I've been watching her during this tournament and on a few other occasions, and whenever I see her, she's a hard-fighting player. Taking nice control of the net. And really putting her authority up there and playing so well on occasions. Still very young, as I say, still only 19 years old, and a very promising prospect for China. Short of the service line. And we go into the mid-game interval with an 11-6 lead to the Yu Shen and Yu Xiaohan of China. The partnership between Prasetya and South Africa only started in March 2014, March this year, but they have already played some tournaments. They actually played 5 already. They took part in the Indonesian Open, the New Zealand Open, the Vietnam International Challenge, the German Open in March, and the Austrian International. And they came out as winners in the New Zealand Open, where they won in 3 sets in the finals against another pair from Indonesia. So they desperately need to catch up here. Oh, that's good. That's a trademark of this Chinese combination. We very often see they move to cover the courts side by side and go into these flat exchanges because Yu Xiaohan is so strong in her defense and skills. And here we see from the back of the court hitting very hard. Where the Indonesian mixed doubles is a more classic mixed doubles. Now standing side by side again and soaking up the pressure, and Yu Xiaohan proved to be the strongest in that flat exchange and played a beautiful, nice winner here. Here we see how the Chinese are standing side by side, where the traditional Indonesian pair with the man Prasetya more towards the back the whole time. 13-7 up, and it's a very decisive lead for the young Chinese pair. Yeah, somehow they have succeeded, the Chinese pair, completely taking Anissa South-Africa out of the game. It's almost like they play 2 against 1. They play 2 against Prasetya, and so far that has proved to be extremely efficient. And that is something we're going to talk about many times this afternoon, is the drift on the court. And at the moment the Indonesian pair is playing with the drift, and they have to watch out when they're playing lifts and clears and so on towards that baseline, because it's very hard to keep it in. There's a drift as well sideways, and that goes to the right from where we are watching. So Liu Yushen actually played it out against the drift sideways. See, once again side by side, and here we have the launching attack by Yu Xiaohan. Somehow I think they must either block it or lift it over her, but as I said, it's so difficult to lift it when they play with the drift. Let's see if that's going to change in the second game, but so far it's one-way traffic for the Chinese. Service full court. Serve struck above the waist here a service fault we see so very often when it comes to these flick services, the high serve in the doubles. They are very often faulted. Good smash, good solid defense first, then the counter attack, and the winner from Yu Xiaohan, that straight smash down the line here. Pressure is enormous on South Africa. She can't really cope with it. And now we've got 11 game points, score being 29. Good return, excellent return. But somehow the Indonesian combination really have to try to find the answers for the second game. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh, that is dangerous, that's very, very dangerous, slipping on the carpet there. I'm sure they need to get it repaired. Watch out. But he seems to be okay. Possibly just a little bit shocked. We need to get it done quickly. So, due to the severe pressure here, look at that, stepping onto the carpet, and the tape can't really hold the pressure. And Liu Yusheng is slipping all the way, but he seems to be okay. He's a young man, only 18 years old, and he will turn 19 in 5 days' time. I'm sure they will attend to it further, perhaps during the break between the two games. It's coming up very soon anyway, so maybe they will look into it after that.
11-20.
And that's the drift we're talking about, going to that side of the court. Something you have to be aware of. Good flick serve. And here we got it. Very easy and comfortable win in this first opening game for the Chinese combination, Li Yuxian and Yu Xiaohan. Winning 21-12. And the players will have a 2 minutes break, having a chance to talk to the coaches, but no doubt, as I said earlier, the Indonesian pair really have to do some soul searching here and see if they can find a way out of trouble. In my book, I think they have to add some pressure on Liu Xiaohan. She's covering almost the full half court, the one side, which means that, you know, you can play the block drop shots, you can play the clears, and especially now when they change ends and the drift works with the Indonesians. There we got the confirmation. It's 21-12. I'm sure the match duration is not 53 minutes. It's probably more like 13 minutes, but let's see if we can get that right eventually. And as you can see, official just attending to the courts and that carpet between the two games here. See, this was a very fine example of Pasetia really having to cover almost full court. We're up there in the short forehand corner, then having to really scramble all the way back to that backhand deep corner, and then the block shot to the front again. So obviously he's under severe pressure. They're very good, the Chinese pair, playing 2 against 1 here. They're totally isolating Nisa Salfika. And a good start for the Chinese here. 3-love up. Is there anything that's going to stop this machine? Going wide, going with the drift. And that's a good example of what I was trying to say, that lift, fast attacking lift towards Yu Xiaohan really put her under pressure. And once again here, look at that. Rather than going into the flat exchanges, they're adding the pressure on the baseline and perhaps playing block shots to the net as well. I was standing next to this huge man, Liu Yushen, at breakfast this morning, and I can tell you he's a big man. Information is very scarce about the Chinese players at the moment, but I will work it out one day, how tall this guy is. Must be around 190, 188, 190. Solidly built. And that's well left. But the idea was fine. Yep, out by an inch. Standing her ground as well. Yu Xiaohan covering that mid-court area so efficiently. Not a bad idea on that service return. Unlucky for Yu Xiaohan that it went into the net, so I actually think it would have been a winner. as you can hear, there's great support in the crowd for the Indonesian combination here. And it's an impressive turnout of people here watching in this massive stadium. Obviously, it doesn't look of much, but I was told that quarterfinals day, Friday, there were close to 4,000 people yesterday at the semi-finals, more than 4,000, and it looks perhaps even more today at finals day. So very good support for the tournament here in Taipei. Good play by Salfika. Oh. Full called again. Serve struck above the waist. It's called by the service judge from Germany, Hans-Joachim Ontud. Going way out, yes. Well left, but that was way out. Held by the drift as well. And the Chinese combination off to a good start here after the interval. Body language, it's telling all. And the two coaches from China, they must be very pleased with the performance so far by this young pair. Having won the first 21-12, leading 13-10 in this second game. Good play. And he did good to control that with a broken string. somehow I think Southika really have to step up and step into this match. It's too easy to isolate her, it's too easy to play her out of the game. She's not really in it. So it becomes very much a battle of 2 against 1 for Prasedzia. And that's a tall order for this young man, who will turn 20 in August and born in Jakarta, Indonesia. I've put down a note here. I actually did it a while ago, and I really would like to see some more variation to that serve. Every time Prasedzia is serving to Li Yuxian, he's serving into that tee, into the center of the court. And Li Yuxian is attacking it fiercely every time and scoring good points on it. So a variation of serve is definitely in the cards, but it's drawing to a close. The gap is 4 points and 17-13 for the Chinese pair. Well controlled. Li Yuxian has played extremely well once again today. Yesterday against the far more experienced pair, Marquis Kido and Pia Bernadette. He was also cool, calm and collected. Look at how the follow-up there. Look at that. Seeking that initiative the whole time. The 2 Chinese standing side by side and whacking it. And match point has arrived. 7 in total, 20-13 for China. The winners from China, Li Yuxian and Yu Xiaohan. They've played a fantastic tournament here in Taipei, and that is definitely their best win so far in this working partnership. Great play and great display by these 2 young players from China, and I am certain we will see a lot more to them in the future. And while we are getting ready for the prize presentation with the 4 players, there is some entertainment here in the stadium. And here we have the confirmation draw of the mixed doubles. And we can see this very one-sided affair by Liu and Yu winning 21-12, 21-14 against Prasetya and Taufika of Indonesia. So that was the first final of today, and as mentioned earlier, Li Yushen is also going to appear in the men's doubles later on today, actually the last match of the day, and he's got a very good start, one under the belt. Will he be able to get the second one in the men's doubles later? And here we have a picture of the crowd, and as I mentioned earlier, it has been really well attended here in Taipei. Lots of people been watching Friday, Saturday and Sunday today, and surely many tournaments around the world would envy such a crowd every day. And from a personal point of view, I have obviously played in many tournaments over the years in many countries, and every time I've brought people in to watch this fantastic game and asking them afterwards, oh, what did you think? Would you be prepared to come back? And they all say, I will always come back, because it's a great game to watch live, and much better than, sorry to say guys, on TV at home. So whenever you get the chance, come down, come and support the game, come and watch badminton live. It's a great game to watch. It's fast and furious. The two Indonesian players, the runners-up, Alfian Eko Prasetya and Anissa Taufika. Nice to see that they can still smile, and obviously lots of work have to be done back at training, but a very promising combination as well. And they are now joined by the winners from China, Li Yushen and Yu Xiaohan, the champions of this tournament. So the runners-up here presented with their medals. likewise receiving their medals. Li Yushen, the tall male player, 188, 190, really tall, hugely built, strong and fast. And his partner, the 19-year-old Yu Xiaohan. And flowers presented, as tradition is. Finally, the checks, the mock checks arriving. And for the runners-up to share is $7,600 US to share, and for the winners is $15,800 to share. Traditional picture, players and honorees. And there will be a lot of cleaning up to do after this mixed doubles final, getting ready for the prize presentation for the next one when we are finished with the women's singles. That's coming up next. The defending champion from 2013, Sung Ji-hyun of Korea, seeded 1 in the tournament as well, up against the 6th-seeded player from China, Liu Xin.
Now let's welcome the final of women's singles.
And And we will soon have the players from for the women's singles onto court. And here we have the draw. And as you can see, Sung Ji-hyun has had a pretty easy way to this final. The semi-final against Su Ya-jing of Chinese Taipei yesterday. Only the first game got close, 21-19, but the second game she really went all the way and winning 21-9. The same goes for her opponent for today, Lee Sin, as she also won after a hard fight in the first game yesterday against Taipei Yin of Hong Kong, winning 23-21, but then again the second game was very easy, 21-11. So we are having a very good match in front of us, and I am very much looking forward to it. And the court officials are taking the court now, all the Lions people, who has done such a wonderful job here this week. I've hardly seen any mistakes so far. And I can't remember I've seen any one time where the umpire had to overrule his linesperson. And while we're waiting for the players to come on to court, I can tell you a little bit about Sung Ji-hyun from Korea, who is presently ranked number 5 in the world. Her best ranking was in October last year, when she was all the way up to 4. She's a very tall player, 175 high, and a right-handed player. She's a daughter of 2 former international Korean players, Sung Han-kuk and Kim Yoon-ya. Both played in the 1980s, and I was so lucky to play the father in men's singles on many occasions, Sung Han-kuk, who was one of the best players from Korea at the time. The daughter, Sung Ji-hyun, now is turning 23 in just 6-7 days' time. And just to finish it off, Sung Ji-hyun has been extremely active on the world scene this year, having played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tournaments already this year. Her best result this year was winning the Badminton Asia Championship, where she beat Wang Xuexian of China in the final. And then she was the winner of Korean Open in 2013, got to the semi-final of the All England 2013, and she obviously won last year.